Greetings, YouTubes. It's Chris Chaos here, back to waste some more time. Drowning in media bliss, it seems. More and more people seem to reflect reality towards the media in some way, shape, or form. Even the truth movement is really bad about this. The whole Matrix concept. I mean, do you guys realize that this is a Hollywood movie? And I see it constantly, how people are comparing real life to events on television, and what's sad is that this sort of thing is blending in with their reality and causing people to accept people simply because they've watched a couple videos and things. And I've been on this topic for a while, but I don't even know if this can be fixed, because I don't think people want it to be, and even those who are within the truth movement don't seem to care, or whatever movement you want to call it. I've been going through some things, and our state here has what's called TANF, which is Temporary Aid for Needy Families. It's a government program designed to basically provide a little bit of financial income and a few other resources to assist people in need. And well, due to circumstances, and don't even really give a shit, I've been participating, so to speak. But to get this, you have to go through this, what they call an impact program. And this program is done up by it's contracted out. I'm not quite sure how this works, but it's done up by Arbor. And there's gotta go through 2 weeks of this training course to get you, I don't know, I guess to learn how to get a job, so to speak. And the whole thing is supposed to be positive oriented, to the point where I'll give you an example. This one woman, she had an offer to go to get a job at a CNA, but and they were going to pay for her schooling. And I very kindly tried to educate this individual to make sure that they're aware that under that education contract, that most of the time they have a clause to where they can pretty much pull the plug on you at any time, or if you're terminated, because you're supposed to work for a year and a half or a year, depending on the contract, and that if they pull the plug on it, which they have the right to do, then you have to reimburse them for the classes. So even though it's free, as long as you work for that extended amount of time. And I tried to make this person aware of that, so that if they become involved with such a thing and want to indebt themselves in such a way that they're at least aware of it, kind of like signing up for a cell phone. You sign a contract, you get the free phone, so to speak, but you have to remain your service active for 2 years, or else they stiff you with some nasty penalties. But I was scolded for saying this because I wasn't being positive. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that being realistic was negative. And there was a few other things like that. But the thing I really want to get into is some of the crap that they're teaching. Okay, they didn't teach anybody how to do a resume. They didn't teach anybody much of anything other than how to speak properly at an interview or whatever, and try to focus on what was it, your attributes, what your likes, dislikes, what you're good at, blah blah blah, and basically trying to sell yourself at that point. The remainder of it was things like this right here, okay? And I kid you not, it was at least 60% of it. Check it out. They were trying to teach us how to establish ourselves with a bank account, how to have a bank account, how to manage the account. We got this garbage here, okay, that they try to cram down our throats. Borrowing basics, how to get loans. Ooh, yeah, can't wait to get one of those, can we? And my personal favorite, bank on it. Ooh. So here we have a government program, or at least a government contracted program, that spends about 60% of its resources trying to get you to sign up and funnel all your money to a bank account, which personally I had a serious issue with, which caused some complications in the classroom because it has the little worksheets in here. I kind of threw them over there because I think it's all garbage and they'll make great fire starter. But had some questions in there about how Jimmy pays this bill and that bill, and then instead of buying money orders, and would this bank account be cheaper, blah blah blah. And my personal response has been, and always will remain, is how about no to all the above, okay? Because if you can't afford it, then you probably don't need it, okay? Let's say you need a vehicle to transport your happy ass to and from work. Okay, there's a number of ways to get around this. You could use public transportation, buy a bicycle, get you a nice little scooter, moped, whatever. But if you absolutely just can't deal with the complications with that, because I understand there are some things that, that's a bit of an inconvenience, especially given whatever excuses you may give. But do you have to buy the new car, the newer car, the $10,000, $13,000 vehicle? Do you have to finance that vehicle? And can you rough it, at least for a short amount of time, until you can save up enough money to buy a better, more efficient, more practical vehicle? See, when you sign into these borrowing money things and they start slapping you with their interest rates and all the other lovely things that come along with it, you end up spending quite a bit more for that vehicle than what was originally on the tag. And that's kind of my point. And that's kind of the problem here, because our society has us taught that we need these things to survive, and in turn we sign our rights and soul away to work for somebody for the remainder of our lives just so we can pretend to own it before we die, if we even get there, because we all know 30-year loan, 40-year, you never know what's going to happen, and before you know it, everything that you put into it is gone. So in all reality, think about what you're doing and think about what this is. Back in the day, you could think of it as slavery, but it's not quite slavery. Back in the day, they had a word for this. It was called serfism, or serfdom, where serfs were free to migrate from one place to the other, but they were so heavily in debt that they had to toil and work for meager amounts of nothing to pay their debts for the remainder of their lives, which was a form of slavery. And yet, we live it every day in the United States, and we are completely bliss to it. So this is the problem. This is what I was saying in the last video. We are so wrapped in this system that you may not like it, but you can't deny it because you're too damn dependent on it. So the real question is how independent can you make yourself? How much are you willing to let go? That's the real question. Just thought I'd update you later.